Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Miguel. Today I'll be breaking down for you the two new models that were released by Anthropic, Mythos 5 and Fable 5. Let's get down to this. Now, they were released less than 24 hours ago, so it's not enough time to really test them out, but I will tell you my opinions on them and also the use cases where I see the most use for them. Now, Mythos 5 and Fable 5 are a brand new family of models. They sit above Opus, so it's a brand new architecture. Mythos has been released ever since Project Glasswing. It's a model that was private for a few companies and a few users. Right now, they're releasing a model that's called Fable 5, which uses the same class as Mythos, but actually has a few more restrictions, making it safer for general use. Now, Mythos 5 Preview now is also available for a few companies, but there's not really a lot of them out there. Most importantly, what you need to know is that in terms of pricing, you're looking at a whopping 10 million input tokens for $10 or $50 for every single million of output. Now, that's a 2x increase in terms of pricing compared to Opus 4.8 and all of the predecessors of Opus. So, this is something that you have to take into account because it's going to consume monstrous amounts of token. For business use cases, it doesn't seem that this is really going to be useful, mainly because already, just by using the models such as Opus 4.8 and Sonnet, you can get most of the things done by the business just right. Which brings me to the benchmarks for Mythos and for Fable. Now, right here, you always have to take these type of benchmarks with a grain of salt because, well, they're created by the same company that released the model. As we see increases all across the board, but when you really compare it to the models that came right before it, you don't really see a significant increase in capacity, except in one very precise section right here for Fable 5, which is going to be cybersecurity. So in the case of cybersecurity, we're seeing nearly a 2x jump compared to Opus 4.8. And that is where I think the true value of this type of model is going to be. It's going to be more biased towards heavy developers, backend developers, and cybersecurity, and not really for business use cases. For business use cases and even just general use, you're far better off just simply using Opus 4.8 or even Sonnet 4.6, which are both fantastic models. Using this type of model at scale is going to be something that's going to be extremely expensive. Now, as we move down further down the line, we do see that there's also a big increase in the independence of these models. So it's actually going to be able to work for longer times on certain tasks. So that's something that you do have to take into account. Probably in the case of developers as well, not really for business use cases. We also see a an increase in the average cost per task that you give it. So take that into account as well. Now, if we go down in here, we do see something that's quite interesting that can be useful for front-end developers, which is vision. Now, vision has been one of the limitations of AI, not even just Claude, but general AI. It wasn't really good at interpreting images. Gemini is probably the best one out there, but increases in vision capacity for this type of models is something that's quite good for use cases in design and also in image analysis and video analysis. As you can see, they have a small little video of Fable 5 beating Pokemon Fire Red using simply computer vision, which is which is which is fantastic. Now, there has been an increase in memory and long context, so they didn't really increase the amount of tokens inside of the context window, but that doesn't really matter. What really matters is the quality of that context window, meaning how good is it at actually remembering the things that you told it inside of one single conversation. There's another example in here, which I think is more marketing than other things. They created a simulation of the solar system and they quote unquote predicted a solar eclipse. But you can actually predict solar eclipses right now with extreme accuracy for the next couple of millions of years because we've known those equations for so long. Um, Mythos, as well as Fable, is something that's heavily skewed towards researchers cybersecurity developers, and also hardcore power users of Claude. As you can see, it has been used in research for biology and chemistry. I haven't yet met any user in research that's actively using this type of models, but it would be interesting to know what they're really trying to push with these models out there. Something that's quite important to note as well is that they actually increased the alignment, so they call it. So it's the predisposition of these models to actually give you good answers and human answers on a base of moral and ethics. Of course, the feedbacks are always going to be fantastic. The main difference between Mythos and Fable is the safeguards. So Fable 5 has more safeguards than Mythos 5. Mythos 5 can actually behave in a quote unquote more dangerous manner. But other than that, it seems that they're both oriented to have the same pricing and the same type of level of usage. So as we can see, we do see a very, very big increase in everything that's related to cybersecurity with this new type of model. Now, I don't know if this model will be used for legal use cases and other types of niches like that, where it's not really reliable as heavily on code, but it's going to be interesting to see after we run a couple of tests. Last but not least, of course, we have a couple of more charts, and we do have a new data retention policy. So as we can see, they will require 30-day data retention for all traffic on Mythos class models, which is actually bad news. Why? Because if you want to be compliant with a couple of standards, such as the ISO 27001 standard, you cannot use Fable 5 yet, nor Mythos 5, because you actually need 0-day data retention. So this is something to take into account for all of the power users and the developers that actually need that level of trust and confidence. Most importantly, you do have to note that right now, you will get access to Fable 5 for every user, just like you and me. But after a couple of days, so until June 2022, right here, is going to change. So don't get hooked on Fable 5. It's going to change into usage price only. And that is going to burn a lot of holes in many, many wallets. So if you want to test out this model, or if you've been slacking off big cybersecurity projects, I urge you to use all of your tokens as soon as possible within the next 13 days before they actually take it off. This has been everything. So you do get access to Fable 5 through your Claude desktop application. So you simply have to update it and you will get this prompt right here, which tells you that you can actually switch. As you can see, it actually burns for twice as many tokens compared to Opus 4.8, which makes it so it's actually going to be really, really, really hard to use this type of model with a standard $20 subscription. It's going to be borderline impossible if I dare say that. If you really want to get the use of this, you are going to need the $100 plan at least. You also get access to Fable 5 via the Claude CLI application. So if you want to use the Claude CLI, simply update it and then you will get the prompt saying that you have access to Fable 5. Make sure to get as much usage from this model as soon as possible before they actually take it off the market, so you really know if it's something that's suited very well for your business or if you're not really going to need it. Quite frankly, about 80 to 90% of businesses out there will be just fine using Opus 4.8 and also all of the Opus family, even Sonnet 4.6. Don't burn a hole in your wallet if you don't really need to. Now, I'm going to be testing this model over the next couple of days, and I'm going to be giving you a tutorial on how to bake the best out of it. That has been it for today, and I'm going to say see you in the next video. Bye.